What's up, y'all? All right, let's try this again, because I tried to record this before and I was talking too much and I didn't have my notes ready or anything like that. But first of all, what's up, y'all? I know it's been a minute, but I just wanted to share this with you. Now, before I share it, let me just give a little bit of a backstory. I recently had a dream that I wasn't sure if I should share, but I had this dream like 2 days ago, and I wasn't sure if I should share it, but something that happened to me yesterday and something that happened today that is leading me to believe that this is something that I should go ahead and share. Now, before I share this, let me just say, I had watched a brother's video about a dream that he had a while back, and watching that, it just reminded me of this particular dream that I had back in 2020. Now, the dream that he had and the dream that I had, totally unrelated. However, because he was talking about this dream that he had, it just reminded me of this dream that I had back in December of 2020. I had forgotten about it. I had the dream December 2020. I shared it here on the channel in September of 2021. Those of you who have been watching me for a minute, and if you recall, it was a dream that I had where, I talked about I was working in a library and someone gave me two $50 bills that happened to be counterfeit, and there were just all these numbers and things that I was remembering. And this is significant to me because, one, I almost never remember the dreams that I have. What happens is I have a dream and then I wake up and it's like I remember that I had a dream, but I can't remember what the dream was about. So this was weird in that after I had this dream, I woke up and not only did I remember the dream, but I'm remembering numbers that are in the dream. So I'm thinking that this must be significant. It must be something that the Lord wanted me to remember, because, like I said, I don't remember the dreams that I have. Now, so this dream that I had 2 days ago has nothing to do with that first dream. As a matter of fact, that first dream that I had back in 2020, though I had forgotten about it after I shared it in 2021, I had forgot about it up until I watched that brother's video. It brought it back to the forefront of my mind, and I'm thinking, okay, well, Lord, is it because you want me to start remembering about this dream again? You want me to try to, work on figuring out what it's about? I don't know. However, this recent dream that I had 2 days ago, I wasn't sure if I should share it. I've been praying about it for the past 2 days. And the reason why I have been reluctant to share is because, I don't want to be one of those people that, start talking about dreams and, just overly spiritualizing every single thing. Not to downplay those who have dreams, and, if the Lord is, leading you to share these dreams that you're having, more power to you. I just don't want to be one of those people. And also, I don't want to be the type of person that, I'm like, oh, I had this dream and I believe it's from the Lord and yada, 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 and this and that. Not only that, like, not too long ago, I shared something, that I thought was something that was from the Lord, but it wasn't received very well, and it was an awful experience. And because of that experience, I'm extra cautious, and I'm erring on the side of caution where, you know, I'm like, I don't know if I should share this because I don't want to receive any like backlash, and I just, you know. Well, anyway, so I've been like, but after this dream and asking the Lord, should I share it? I've just been unsettled about it and uneasy about it. And so I'm basically, it was like for the past 2 days, Lord, if this is something that you want me to share, please give me some guidance. You're gonna have to show me if this is something that I should share or not, because I'm not sure. I don't want to be outside of his will. I don't want to, you know, just share something just for the sake of sharing it, just to put something up on YouTube, just, you know, just to say, oh, I had a dream and yada yada. But what happened to me today and yesterday is kind of leading me to believe that yes, this is something that I should share. So let me just say, yesterday, a coworker had mentioned something just casually, and one of the things that she said reminded me of something that happened in the dream. And after she said it, my eyes kind of got big, because I'm thinking, okay, Lord, is this like you trying to tell me that you want me to share the dream? But then I was, you know, saying, oh, it's got to be just a coincidence. So let me just whatever. So today, during a break time, I'm talking to the Lord, and I'm like, again, because I have this uneasiness and it's unsettling feeling within me, you know, of whether I should share this or not. And I couldn't settle it within myself, and it wasn't settling itself. So I'm like, Lord, if you want me to share this, you're just gonna have to, you gotta give me some guidance, you know, because I don't want to be outside of your will. I don't want to just share this for the sake of sharing it. I don't know if it was just for me, or if it's something that I should share with everyone else. So I get back from my break, and sit down at the desk. A couple hours goes by, and then someone from the office next door comes to our office and tells me and the associate that works with me at the front desk, you know, that they're playing a game of Mad Libs in their office, and they just wanted our feedback about something. So the girl asked the associate that works with me, give me the name of an animal. And you're asking me, well, animals? What are you talking about? You'll understand once I share the dream. So I didn't hear what she answered the first time because I was distracted by something else that was going on. After the girl that came over to ask us about this animal name, after she had left, I then asked my associate, I asked her, what animal name did you give? Because I didn't hear. And when she gave the animal name, my jaw dropped. And then once I talk about the dream, you'll understand. And I'll connect everything a little bit later. But my jaw dropped, and then I was like, okay, Lord, you already like poked at me yesterday, and now today it's like a shake, like, would you please so now I get it. So I'm gonna go ahead and share it. I wrote it in my journal, what happened to me. So I'm just gonna read from my journal. This is I wrote this entry February the 1st, because I had woken up early morning on the 1st from this dream. So I must have had the dream on January 31st, and I just woke up on the 1st to talk about it. But anyway, I said, last night I had a dream. I was lying down on a patch of grass beside some train tracks. There's two sets of train tracks, okay? On the opposite track, one of those old-timey trains, like a locomotive, you know, with the one with the smoke that comes out the top. An old-timey locomotive was slowly passing by, and the conductor yelled out to me, "The train is coming," or "Your train is on the way," something along those lines. I can't remember exactly the words he said, but it was something along those lines. And I don't know if it's significant about the color of the train. The train was black. It was an old-timey black locomotive train. So after the conductor yelled that out the window and the train slowly goes by, I just go ahead and lie back down in the grass. All right. So I kind of lied back down, but then another old-timey locomotive, again on the opposite track, slowly came by, and the conductor basically was yelling out the exact same things, you know. Train is coming, train is on the way, something along those lines. And after it slowly went by, I went ahead and just lied myself back down in that grass. Okay? And then another old-timey locomotive came by. Again, all these locomotives are the same color. They're all like black, old-timey. Again, I don't know if that's significant, but I'm just throwing it out there. So now a third one came by. But this time, this train was moving just a little bit faster than the first two. And this time it was on the track on the side that I was on. So, you know, there's two tracks. I'm laying on a little patch of grass beside this track right here. Okay. So this track over here, the two trains went by real slow. Conductor talking about, you know, trains coming, moving really, really slow. So now the third one comes by on the track that I'm close to. And so now it's obviously going in the opposite direction. So these two, they were going back this way. And now the track that I'm next to, the train is now moving in the opposite direction. And so this train now that I'm closest to, the track that I'm closest to, is moving just a little bit faster than those first two. And this time, the conductor yelled, "Get up, the train is coming," or "Wake up, the train is coming," or "It'll be here, let's go." Again, I don't remember the exact words, but it was something along those lines. Like I said, I don't remember the exact words, but all I know is this time it was enough to finally get me up off that grass. Okay, and then so I started walking towards the direction that locomotive was going. Okay, now as I'm now up and walking along the track, now I'm noticing that there's a bunch of other people that are walking along the track with me. So before I was there by myself, just lying in the track, not lying on the track, but lying in the grass. No one around. But now that I'm up and I'm walking, now I'm seeing all these people that are up and walking with me as well. So, okay, there's a bunch of folks with me, and we're all now walking along the track, okay? I see a train station in the distance, and people are already gathered there waiting, okay? And the group that I finally, And the group that I finally noticed that had been walking with me, we're all now going to join these people that are already waiting there at the station. Okay. I and a small group of young people, I don't know why, but in this dream, I think I was younger, or I felt younger. I don't know if that's significant, but I felt like more youthful than I actually am right now. So me and this other group of younger people, we had noticed that as we were walking along the track with all these other people, we had noticed that there a few clicks back, I don't know, just a distance back before the actual train station, we saw a covered dock that had like rope swings hanging from the ceiling. So I don't know if that's significant, but it was, like some people, they have if they have a house that's on a lake, and they have a dock, you can cover the dock. Well, whatever. It was a covered dock that had these swings hanging from the ceiling. So me and this group of young people, we turned back, and now we're heading toward these swings. So we start swinging and laughing, and we're flipping in the water because it's a covered dock, like I said. And so as we're playing around and having a good old time, then we hear the train is coming, hurry up, let's go. Okay, so now it was the voice of someone who in the dream I perceived to be, it wasn't my actual father, but it was someone in my dream who I perceived to be my dad. Like I had a knowing that this person who was yelling, the train is coming, hurry up, let's go, was my dad, my father. And so when he yelled this out, the train is coming, this time I didn't lollygag like I had, a ways back when I was laying down in the grass. I didn't lollygag this time. So me and this group of kids, we're now sprinting back to the train track, and we're sprinting out towards the train station. All of a sudden, this super long bullet train. This time it was a bullet train. It was red and white. It just whips by. And I mean, this sucker was fast. When I tell you the wind, the wind that came off this thing, it was something powerful and it was something incredible. So now, no more old-timey locomotives. This time it's a bullet train. So now this thing is flying by, right? And as it's flying by, whipping by, I'm noticing that it's not stopping at the station. It's not stopping at the station at all. This thing is zooming by. But what's happening is all the doors on this bullet train are opening up, and they're opening up like this. And I had to look up what, because I've seen doors that opened up like that on sports cars, like, really souped up sports cars, and I didn't know what they were called. So I was looking it up, and they're called gull wings, gull wing doors. All right, and I had to look that up because I was like, I've seen it before, but I didn't know there was an actual name for it, and it's called gull wings. So all the doors on this bullet train are flipping open and opening up like the gull wing doors, and as it's zipping by the station, the people, each person is being like lifted up and like placed in the train, this gull wing door bullet train, and they're being gingerly placed in their seats, and like it was an incredible sight to see. Though you would think that with a bullet train and it's going so fast, it's zooming by, it would be like a chaotic situation, but no, the process wasn't chaotic at all. There was nothing chaotic about the process. It was all very orderly and efficient. And I don't know, kind of reminded me of the super fast efficiency of products being packaged or labeled in a factory or warehouse assembly line type situation. So, I don't know if you've ever seen videos of like water bottles going down the assembly line, and like the label, it like goes by and the label just wraps. It's very, very efficient, very like boom, 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 boom. Nothing chaotic about it. It's very like streamlined and very orderly. I don't know if I explained that or if you're getting a visual of that, but it's the only way I can explain what I was seeing. So anyway, I woke up, and then I just look at the time on my phone, because like I woke up from this dream. How much time do I have left before I have to get up to start getting about ready to go to work? So I get up and I look at the clock, and it says 1:11. Now I don't know if that is significant at all, but the clock says 1:11, and for me personally, it had like personal significance because for whatever reason, and I think this started during the pandemic, for whatever reason, I have been seeing repeating numbers. Why, I don't know, but I would just be looking at the clock and it just happens to be 1:11, 11:11, 2:22, 3:33, 10:10, 12:12, whatever. And it got to the point where it was happening so frequently that I started taking screenshots of every time it happened to me on my phone. I started taking screenshots, and it's almost happening pretty much every single day where I would look at the clock and I happen to catch it at a repeating number time. 4:44, 5:55, 11:11, 10:10, yada yada yada. Well, anyway, it just so happened that when I woke up from this dream, the clock says 1:11. Okay. So I think seeing the clock after I woke up is what really had me, asking the Lord, is this dream something that I should share, or is it, something that I should just keep to myself and for myself? I don't know. But the situation that happened to me yesterday and today led me to believe that I should share it. So let me just read from my journal what I wrote today and why it led me to share that dream with you all. It said, I wrote this today in my journal. It says, I think the two unrelated things that have happened today and yesterday are God's way of telling me that I should share the dream I had a couple nights ago. For the past 2 days since having this bullet train dream, I've been praying to the Lord, asking if it's something I should share. I don't want to become another one of those folks who's like, look at me, I had a dream. Every time I have a dream, I don't want to turn into those types of people. I'm not trying to have this be an all about me thing. Like I said, I had an awful experience not too long ago that kind of dealt with something like that, and because of that, I'm wanting to err on the side of caution when it comes to things that I perceive have come from the Lord. So I've been basically begging the Lord to show me and guide me as to what I should do concerning this dream. Should I shelve it for now? Should I share it now? Is it something for me only? Is it even worth sharing? However, two unrelated things took place today and yesterday that gave me pause and have really made me think that this is something that I should share. So, in my dream, there were trains. Remember, I talked about the locomotive and I talked about the bullet train. So in my dream, there were trains. And one of my coworkers asked me yesterday if a murder mystery train excursion would be a good or nice company outing. And my eyes got big as saucers when she said that, when she mentioned train. And not only did she mention train, she didn't say that first. She didn't lead with that. She was mentioning like a bunch of other options first. And so I'm listening. I'm like, oh, that sounds good. Okay, going on a boat and, going on, for like dinner, a little happy hour situation. Oh, that sounds fun. And then she got to the last thing. She was like, oh, and the last thing that I was thinking is a murder mystery train outing. And that's when my eyes got big. But then, okay, hold on. So after she said this, however, I kind of brushed it off as a coincidence and said to myself, no way that's a sign. There's no way that's a sign. Because, I know that Bible verse that talks about, only a wicked, I'm just paraphrasing, only a wicked generation seeks after a sign, and something along those lines. And so I'm like, I don't want to, have a relationship with the Lord where I'm not trusting him unless he gives me a sign. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want my faith to be that small where I only know it's him if he shows me a sign, and also I don't want that to be the thing, and then like the enemy, he has a way of showing signs too, and then I'm thinking something that I think is from the Lord is really from the enemy because of the sign. And I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So basically, I don't want to be that type, So I kind of brushed it off. It's like, it has to be a coincidence. I brushed it off. Today, I took a break and went for a quick stroll. During my little walk, I was conversing with the Lord and asking once again, is that dream, is it something that I ought to be sharing? I'm still not sure, and I don't want to be out of order, but I also don't want to keep feeling unsettled and uneasy about this. So anyway, I finish my walk, I get back to the office, and I kind of just forget about the thing, right? A few hours later, someone from the office next door comes over and says that she and her colleagues have a Mad Libs game going on, and she wanted to involve me and my other front desk colleague in the game. She asked my colleague to give her the name of an animal. My colleague answers, but I didn't quite catch what she said because I was distracted by something else going on. This person that works in the office next door, she turns to me and says, okay, this Monday I'll stop by and ask you to give me a noun, a verb, or an adjective. You all know how the Mad Lib game works. So I'm not going to go into detail about that. It's not important. When she was like, okay, so on Monday I'll ask you now about a verb, a noun, an adjective, or whatever. She said, so be ready. So I smiled and I'm like, okay, sure. And so she walks out the door. When the door closes behind her, I ask my fellow front desk associate, what animal did she say? She says, y'all ready? She says, a seagull. She says, I don't know why, I was just put on the spot, and it was the only animal that came to mind. Now, forget about my jaw. Forget about my jaw dropping. Forget about my jaw. My jaw actually detached, fell on the floor, and broke into a million pieces. Okay? At this point, I'm saying to myself, okay, Lord, I hear you loud and clear. I guess I'll be sharing the dream. Now, the fact that she said seagull, and she's like, I don't know why I said seagull. I was put on the spot, and it was the only animal that came to mind. My dream, the bullet train, the doors opened up in gull wing fashion. The actual type of door is called gull, G-U-L-L, a gull wing, because the doors open up and look like seagull wings. So now I'm super excited. I'm super excited about the dream that I had, and just the theme of the dream. Okay, what I think, it's very obvious, I think, what the dream was about. I believe it was a rapture dream. And I don't dream very often, and when I do dream, I don't remember the dreams. I remember that I had a dream, but I never remember what the dream was about. So then I have this dream 2 days ago. It's apparently a rapture dream. I mean, I have the fact that I'm lying down in the grass, and this train comes by, and the conductor's like, your train is coming, the train is on the way. I just lie back down in the grass. Now, what I think those were about, where the train kept coming by and I kept just lying down, kind of like ignoring it. Guys, for the past few years, I've just been really jaded about just rapture dreams, rapture dates. You know, this time is coming, and you know, someone throws out a date or a season or whatever, and you know, I get my hopes up and nothing happens, and you know, I just started to get really discouraged. And you know, this is coming from somebody in the past, and I probably still have the videos up, where I'm excited about rapture and the dates and people saying this, and it could happen on this date and this season and this time and this holiday and this moon and this sun and this and the stars align in this way. And so I'm really I was excited about those things, and then a day would come and go, and then again it will happen again, a day will come and go. And so I started to get really discouraged. I'm just being honest. I started to get discouraged and jaded, and I didn't want to hear about that anymore. You know, not that I didn't believe that, not that I got to the point where I'm now believing that the rapture will never happen, because I still believe that it's going to happen. I got tired of hearing that it could happen around this month or time, and then that time comes, and you know, especially with, you know, just a lot has been going on, and I'm like, Lord, can you come already? Can you come already? Because it's just getting rough down here, and I just want to go already. And so I've just been discouraged and jaded about it. So I think that's what the train coming by, and the conductor saying the train is coming, and me just kept lying down on the grass, even to the point of, you know, me now get into that last, the third locomotive that went by, and the conductor was like, get up, because the train is coming, get up now. And then walking along, and then getting distracted again and going to play on the swings. You know, maybe that's significant too, about, you know, just me being on course, being on track. Not talking about like a salvation issue, because I know we're all saved because of our faith in Jesus Christ and Him alone, and our belief and our trust in Him. So I get that already. I don't know, maybe that the part where I was swinging on the swings is just like another distraction that came by. And maybe it just means that just before the Lord's actual return, there may be a moment where me and maybe another group of people, because remember, there was like another group of young people with me, that will become again distracted. But I'm just encouraging us to just, you know, just don't get discouraged. The Lord is definitely coming very soon, very, very shortly. And, you know, in Thessalonians, you know, it talks about how we should encourage each other with these words, you know. The train is coming, guys. The train is coming, and the train is coming soon. The train is coming soon. And when that train comes, remember, it was slow locomotives at first. But like the last train, the train that actually came to pick us up, was a bullet train. A bullet train this time. So speeding fast, trying to get us to our destination really quickly. And what I'm thinking is, and I don't know, this is just a feeling that I have, is that the people that were waiting at the station are our brothers and sisters who have already died, and they're waiting for their glorified bodies as well. So they were already at the station, and we were coming to join them at the station. And so I don't know. I know this is long and long-winded. I've been talking too much, but I hope that it encourages someone. And just if you're not saved, I encourage you to please get saved. Like, we're seeing all the craziness that's going on in the world, in this country, where there's a lot of confusion, people confused about who they are and what they are, and people getting offended by every single and every little thing, and just people, the love of people is just waxing cold. And I mean, people are killing each other. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that word. Unaliving people, and you know, people are bringing weapons into schools, and all this craziness is going on in the world. So just war and everything, sickness. We may have another crazy sickness that comes about. So there's a lot going on. So the train definitely is on the way. The train definitely is coming. And if you're not saved, please get saved. It's so simple. First of all, you just got to recognize that you're a sinner in need of a savior, right? We've all sinned. We've all fallen short of the glory of God. And because of that, because we've all fallen short of God's perfect standard, and because sin can't dwell in his presence. But because he loved us so much, he gave us someone, as a matter of fact, that can take the place, that was able to pay our sin debt. And that person was Jesus Christ, is Jesus Christ. Because of what he did for us on the cross at Calvary, we can be saved. We can be reconciled back to God. And when we put our faith, we put our trust, and we believe on Jesus Christ, that perfect life that he lived, and that precious blood that he shed, all of that gets imputed onto us, so that when the Lord looks at us, when God looks at us, all he sees is his son. He doesn't see the sin that we've committed. He doesn't see the sin that we fall into currently, the sins that we may commit in the future. All those things washed away, wiped away, because of Jesus's precious blood. And this is good news. This is the gospel. The gospel is the good news. It's good news to know that we aren't worthy of God's grace and his mercy, but because he loves us, he gives us his grace and his mercy because of what his son did, his only begotten son. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Believe on the Lord today. Trust in him. Get saved, because the train is coming and we are going to be on our way out of this crazy, chaotic world. I hope that made sense. I hope the dream that I shared encouraged somebody, and I don't know. It was just very, very exciting, and I just wasn't sure if I should share it. But now that I have shared it, I'm glad that I did. And yeah. Now that I shared that one, I'm still praying and trying to seek the Lord about that dream that I had way back December of 2020. I don't know. That one was weird and a doozy, but we'll see what comes about with that one. But anyway, God bless y'all. Take care, and hopefully I won't be away for a long time again. I don't know. I kind of just get on whenever I feel led to get on. So yeah, love y'all. Peace.